Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, obviously. Couple things, couple updates, and just general chit chat. There's really not a whole lot hobby wise, productivity wise that I have to report for you guys. Um, I know I keep saying that I'm going to do a monthly video and, two videos a month or whatever. And I've come to the conclusion that the reason that I started this channel was basically just to be a hobby vlog for me, um, to share my hobby with you guys. I'm not gonna set any expectations for myself, because I don't live up to them, and so I'm just gonna put content out when I have time to put content out, and what I feel like putting content out wise. So no more expectations, no more one video at the beginning of the month and one in the middle of the month stuff. So the shooting the shit with Smitty. Palmer's got a question that I owe him yet, so I will do a separate video for that, and then I'll probably just wrap everything together. As you guys have questions, I'll just put it in one video because um, it'll just save time and effort, to be perfectly honest. Um, Another reason for doing that, and another reason for not setting expectations, is I've been given an opportunity, outside of my current job, to be a social media pro staff member for a duck and goose as well as turkey decoy company. Anybody that's watched my channel from the beginning, you know that my other hobby is hunting. I keep it away from this channel. Now, the other job, quote unquote, you may be asking, what the hell is a social media pro staff member? Basically, right now it entails promoting the company on Twitter, which I've been doing for not quite a month now. It will involve doing videos promoting the company's products, which are duck decoys, goose decoys, turkey decoys, and accessories. I will keep that separate from this channel. I've said from day one that I will keep my hobbies separate, for the simple fact that I understand and respect that there are some folks that don't like the idea of hunting, and the taking of animals. So I will keep that separate, for that respect, and not to cross contaminate my YouTube channels. I haven't set up a YouTube channel for the other company, for G&H Decoys is the name of the company, if anybody's interested. It's the last American company that makes decoys. Just an interesting fact. And they've been around since 1930s, so they're a long-standing company. It's a great opportunity. So far, I like it, and if I, outside of working in the gaming hobby or the gaming world, if ever the opportunity arises where I could work a full-time job doing either something related to hunting or gaming, I would. This may not pan out to be anything other than what it is now, but I'm hoping to use it as a stepping stone to maybe something different, and something broader. So we'll just see. Enough said about that. Hobby-wise, I haven't got crap done. To be honest, I'm kind of out of my hobby, kind of fallen out of that hobby groove, which does happen sometimes. It has happened to me in the past, and I'm kind of having a hard time fitting back into it, with job hours and just other prior commitments. The pro staff commitment and other things, it's kind of cutting into my hobby time. So I need to figure out how to manage my time differently and better to fit my hobby in more, because I definitely miss it. I just don't have the enough time, or I'm not making enough time to do it. So basically, my hobby update I have revolves around not necessarily me being productive, but I have purchased a few items. I purchased a gaming mat from Deep Cut Studios, which is on my table, and I will, after I'm done yakking at you guys, I will do a quick overpass of the gaming table and show you that. I also bought a factory set, I guess, I don't know what else you would call it, from Crescent Root Studios. It's rather big. It's actually 3 sections of buildings for my 28 millimeter bolt action gaming. It takes up a lot of real estate, a lot more than than what I was expecting, but I like it. It's really nice, and I'll show that as well because it's on my gaming table too. The other thing, hobby related wise, is I bought into Desperado. It's actually an older skirmishing game in the Wild West or Old West here in the United States. So we were talking about gunfights. The rule set is actually fairly old, and they redid it for Knuckle Duster. The original copyright is 1992, which is the year I graduated, not to date myself. But I've read through the rules. The rules are very beer and pretzel-ish type game. Looks like an awesome game. Very easy, very light. It's pretty much, if there's not a rule for it and you want to do it and do a dice roll and see if you can do it. It's pretty basic as far as it's got weapons charts for pistol, rifle, shotgun, knife, but it's an easy rule set that you can add additional weapons in there pretty easy, and it actually talks about it a little bit. But the fire effect chart, which is kind of hilarious, it rolls off a percentage dice or percentage die. Or I guess it is dice because you roll 2 dice. It tells you what body part you hit and the type of wound, damage points, and comments effects. They have one in here. I'm trying to look to see where it's at. Basically, a growing shot, and the type of wound is a bad wound. So it's got some humor in it. There's definitely humor written into the rule book. It's colored rule book. I don't know how well you can see that, but I've always loved westerns. I watched westerns with my dad growing up, and I've wanted to do western gaming for a long time, and I saw, I think, an ad on Beast of War, or article on Beast of War, where Knuckle Duster Miniatures was doing a starter pack. So I bought the starter pack, which includes the rules. It includes several minis. They're 28. Well, they're actually heroic 28, so I think they're like 32, 33 millimeter. The bases, you get some MDF kit buildings, which the MDF kit buildings are basic, but they're very nice. They paint up well. I actually painted one, so I guess I did do something a little productive. And you get some terrain pieces. So, it's a good start into the hobby. It wasn't very much. I don't remember the price offhand, otherwise I would tell you. But if you're interested in doing some Old West gaming and not having it be hardcore serious, I recommend checking out Desperado. Hopefully, if I get a game in, I can give you some more input on it, but it looks pretty fun. Otherwise, I'm looking at my table, which is a total disaster, which isn't new. And actually, in all reality, my hobby room is complete freaking pit. Um, this room is going to get a makeover in the fact that the hobby benches that are behind me here, or hobby desk, I should say, they're not benches. They're actually two old computer desks that I had forever that I basically converted into my hobby desk. They're going to go away. I'm actually going to build a fairly basic workbench, L-shaped workbench, to take their place, with some shelves and storage on top of it, and make some room in this make some room in this room. Because I also have my treadmill and my weight bench in here that are getting unfortunately neglected because I can't really get to them because I have too much shit. Speaking of too much shit, I will probably be going through some of the stuff that wargaming stuff that I don't use, gaming stuff, and I haven't decided what to do with it. Hell, some of it I might just give away. I might do a video. I'm giving this stuff away. If you want to donate whatever for it, I don't care. Otherwise, I'll just send it to whoever wants it. But I'll need to think about that and see what I want to get rid of. I have 15 millimeter sci-fi stuff that I haven't even touched. I've looked at it. I have sci-fi rule sets. Unfortunately, I've got 25 millimeter World War II that I started out with that is just sitting in a box. It's painted. I've got 20 millimeter World War II that, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I did buy Battle Group rule set for World War II. It looks like an awesome rule set, so I might run with either 15 or 20 mil World War II. I have 2 platoons of 15 millimeter Flames of War that I, for whatever reason, wanted to give it a shot. So I have 15 mil, 25, and 28 millimeter for just World War II. Way too much. I just need to go through some of my stuff and get rid of it, just for the sake of room, and I'm not using it. Somebody else just as well. Yeah, time's been crunched so much that I haven't really been able to keep up on videos. I think I have like over 100 videos in my freaking YouTube queue of you guys doing videos, battle reports, or basically if it's over 15 minutes, I put it in a queue and hopefully get to it. And I've got tons of shit in my queue to watch. Otherwise, next weekend, this is actually being, next weekend being June 11th, actually I'm going to go to Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa, and I'm going to drive a NASCAR stock car on the racetrack. I did that a couple years ago, had a total blast. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do twice as many laps. I'll post the video. They do like an in-car video that shows you driving, a video of your face as you're driving, and then a video outside the door. I will take my camera. Due to the social media thing, I bought a actual video camera. So, not real high dollar, but it's a little handheld video camera instead of my 35 millimeter camera that had video on it. So I'll take that. My youngest nephew is going to go with and watch, so maybe I can talk him into videoing it so you can actually see outside video as well. So we'll see how that goes. I guess I'm kind of at a loss for words. Otherwise, everything's good. Lots of freaking rain here. I'm going to grow web feet. Hopefully it dries out. No, it's not raining. It's freaking hot. So a lot of storms. Nothing terrible, but pretty neat thunderstorms going on. That being said, I will go ahead and I will pause the video here, and then I'll show you the gaming table. The mat, the Deep Cut Studio mat, and the Crescent Root buildings really quick, and I think that will be it. Actually, I take that back. Just 1 second. So, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this because, actually, let's just do this real quick. I am going to pick you guys up. Sorry, I flipped you way too quick there, but if you got sick, I apologize. So here's a couple buildings from the Knuckle Duster kit. You got your outhouse, aka shitter. That's some different product we'll talk about at some point in time. Let me get some light going here. So you got your crapper. Lid comes off. There's really nothing spectacular inside. It's kind of hard to see. It's got the wood grain floor in there, but there's no actual crapper in there. That'd be kind of cool if there was, I guess. I don't know why, but... So there's that. They're kind of neat to paint up. They're worn wood, I guess. I don't know how it looks on camera, but in person it doesn't look too incredibly bad. Here's some of the minis that you get in the kit. This poor dude's must have got shot in the groin way too many times, so he's got a metal plate and it's kind of dented up. He must have a magnetic crotch or something. But some of these minis are really nice. I can't wait to paint them up. That didn't help, but as you can see, you know, really detailed. They're going to be fun to paint, and it's going to be something totally different from World War II stuff, to be honest. They come with MDF bases. It's got Knuckle Duster on the bottom. It's upside down, Knuckle Duster. So you get a couple buildings with it too. I can't remember. I bought some extra buildings because I had nerdgasm, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. And we decided to go crazy. So this is, I think, a store. They call it a regular store, I think, on their website. But I did paint this up. It's pretty simple, basic MDF kit. The only thing I haven't finished on it, here, let me move some of these guys out of the way. Sorry. So, the only thing I really haven't finished, I didn't do any basing on the sides of it. That's not supposed to be on there. And I didn't do the roof or the back of this. I will do that. But this does come off. And it might be swollen because it's humid as heck here. Let's do this. Now hopefully the camera doesn't fall. At least with this one I've got a viewfinder so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. So yeah, it did swell a little bit. Humidity. So that just comes off. It does have fairly good detail. Well, not good detail, but it's got the wood paneling floors. I kind of screwed up there, made a little bit of a stain. I can fix that though, I guess. The only bad thing is on the inside of these doors, or the doors in the window frame, it's just flat. You know, it's just flat like that. So you kind of have to paint, and I just painted what the outside door looked like. If you're not picky about it, then you really don't need to worry about it. So, so I got 2 buildings done of, I can't remember how many there are that I got. So maybe eventually in 5-10 years I'll have stuff done. So, okay, enough being said. There's miniatures for scale. Let me grab a bolt action, dude. Since a lot of folks out there do bolt action. There's scale. So he's a little bit taller. Some of that's due to the basing though. Oops, too tight. Some of that's due to the basing. He's got a little bit of edge. So I would say he's about the same size as Bold Action Figure. Pretty close. Alright, so I'm going to pause it, like I said before, and I'll show you the table. Okay guys, and this, like I said, this is a new camera, so I'm kind of testing it out. And so this is the mat from Deep Cut Studio. I'll be honest, I can't remember which mat it is. If anybody wants to know what mat it is, please put it in the comments, and I'll be glad to look and see which one. But as you can see, it's a lot better than what I had. I just had that green felt. It really adds a lot more to the table, I think, anyway. Especially from bird's eye view, it gives it more depth and more texture, with not having any texture on it, I guess. The crescent root buildings. Now, some of this is going to be dark. One of the things that's going to happen when I redo this room is my light that's in here that sucks is going to get replaced with some actually bigger and better lighting. Hopefully, that'll give us better light. Here's one of the buildings. The crates are separate from the building. If you haven't checked out Crescent Root, I highly recommend it. These buildings come already assembled like this. They're MDF kits. Roof comes off. The chimney's still in there for this one. I haven't figured out how it goes in there. It doesn't quite fit, so I don't know if I need to sand it or what. But the roofs come off. There's not you don't get the detail of like your foreground kits on the inside, but all the roofs come off. It's pre-assembled. I didn't do anything to this except for put the roofs on, and that's it. The buildings are just set on there, with the exception of a couple of them. That one is. This one's just set on. I think that one is, and that one's just set on. Otherwise, it comes just like that. And this actually comes in two pieces. It's like puzzle piece right here. You can't tell, but it's that. Here's the other set. Once again, this comes off. This splits in half. So it's actually for a railroad station. So you got your landing or your platform. So that building comes off. Like I said, the roofs all come off. Doors open. Doors aren't like your foreground doors. They're a little different. They're a little stiff, but that's fine. The roof doesn't come off of this. Sorry. The roof doesn't come off of this. That just comes separate. But the roof does come off of this, I believe. And you can see that this comes off too. Chimney, this does come off. And then the last piece, you got your walls and your building. So we'll put in a Hellcat in here for scale. Let's put in some minis for scale, or a mini. So anyway, I don't know. Check them out. I have some other crescent root buildings. This cafe building is a crescent root building. I gotta walk around my table. That's crescent root. This building here is crescent root as well. And that's it for crescent root buildings. These are all come this way. You just put them together. You don't have to glue anything. They have changed this kit and this kit. It's a little different now, I believe. And they're changing some of the other kits as well. I don't know how they're changing them, but they're looking different. And they say that they're redesigned, so I don't know what that all entails. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. I don't know how long this video is. You guys are probably tuned out by now. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I've been watching your videos as much as I can. I still got plenty of catching up to do. I hope you guys are getting a lot of gaming in, a lot of hobby time in. And I'll wrap this up by saying, you know, take care of each other, be good to each other, enjoy our hobby, and happy gaming.